So, you know what? Screw this intro. It's over. Sometimes I just like to make words mean what I want them to mean. So if you do a quick Google search for the word plunder, you'll get to steal goods from a place or person, typically using force and in a time of war or civil disorder. Now a quick search on Sergio.com reveals plunder to mean silly misadventures or ridiculous scenarios. So the actual definition would make you think of pirates who would loot ships and steal people's money. But with my definition, I think of all the silly things that have happened at all of my jobs. My part-time plunders. Like the time I almost ran somebody over. Now I could have made that the title of this video to get more views, but I feel like clickbaiting is just plain rude. Also, this story isn't really as exciting as it sounds. So cars have this thing called a rear view mirror. Pause the video and go check in your car. There's probably one there too. It allows for you to see what's happening behind your car. Pretty neat. Anyway, I had just finished a delivery and I was about to pull out of their driveway. I turn around and all of a sudden I hear a smack. I saw a man who had leaped out of the way, innocently walking on the street because I almost hit him with the back of my car. So here's a reenactment of what happened from my perspective. So like I had mentioned, that happened while I was on delivery, but I've had 3 part-time jobs in my life. That's like 1.5 real jobs. My first job was at McDonald's. My second job was at Originals, where I deliver pizzas, and my third job was at a casino where I park cars. I still work at the valet place and I still deliver pizzas. But no more McDonald's, thank God.
What's so bad about McDonald's?
Nothing, it actually wasn't terrible. The only reason I quit was because of scheduling. For the most part, the job was fine, the people were fine, the pay was fine. It was fine. All I did was work in the grill area, flipping burgers and frying stuff. But one day my manager thought it'd be good for me to branch out. You know, expand my horizons. So he put me on present, which is exactly what it sounds like. You present people their food. That was literally all it was. I grab someone's bag, I walk 2 feet over, and I hand it to them. I never understood why this was a job. You literally just move the food over. Anyone can do that. You could do that while you were on your way to the bathroom. So I'm on present, and my very first job is to bring someone their food that's waiting at drive-thru. I hand him his food, and immediately he looks in the bag and says, "These fries are cold." He hadn't even touched the fries, and he already knew. So he started yelling at me, and I didn't know what to do. This was the exact reason I stayed in grill, so I didn't have to deal with any customers. So my manager dealt with it, and after the whole ordeal, I look at him and I say, "I'm just gonna stay in grill from now on." So this one time, while on delivery, I got bit by a dog. Also, sorry, I can't really draw dogs that well. So in order to get to the people I was delivering to, you kinda had to walk around their house. And they had this weird pulley system that their dog was attached to. It was basically just so it could run around yet still be leashed. So as I walked toward the dog, it was barking a lot. It might have even been breathing fire. I've never really been one to be afraid of dogs. They're usually empty threateners. I'm gonna take my and shove it up your on the Mickey Mouse. So I walk around the dog with a giant sheet pizza in my hands, and before I knew it, I felt 2 razors on my cap rip off a chunk of skin. So dog, if you're watching this, I hate you. So this other time, this actually happened last week. I was at my valet job at the front desk thing, and some lady had been waiting a while for her car, cause she comes up to me and says in this exact tone, "Where the hell is my car?" And right at that moment, her car showed up. So she just walked to her car without another word. So at McDonald's there's this thing called the KVS, or the Kitchen Video System! And every time there was an order, it would pop up on the screen. More importantly, there was this unspoken competition. At the bottom of the screen there was a timer. It took the average of all your orders and how long you took on all of them. The manager made the mistake of telling me his record. 45 seconds. Clearly, I had to beat that. So literally, whenever I worked, I would try for that record. Now, there was this trick. You could clear the order before you actually finished it, and that would be the time that you took on that order. Technically. But anyway, I would do this all the time, so I could get that average down. One day, it was just me in the back making food, which meant that I had to grill, fry, and assemble the sandwiches. We were getting creamed. The line was so long out the door that I got tired of drawing them. So I'm bouncing all over the place to keep up, but I was still clearing orders. Next thing I know, I'm getting tons of orders back. and all for these weird mistakes. Burgers with chicken patties in them, nuggets with mayo drizzled on top, apple pies in the burritos. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but I was making a lot of mistakes. I guess I overestimated my brain and what it can handle. I never did break that record. So those were some of my weird or funny work stories. I'm sure I have plenty more that just aren't coming to mind, and obviously a lot more are just gonna happen, because I'm prone to that kind of stuff. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next Sunday. Oh! It was Blunder I was thinking of. Coochie coochie coo!